to tell you that he said yes, and the Ministry of Defence said, "You are joking, you are out of control, what do you think you're doing?" And I reminded the Ministry of Defence that I was actually under UN command, not MOD command, and I was going. And thus was the end of a glorious career in the British Army, probably. It took us 2 days to get through. It wasn't great weather. But when we got to a place called Konjovic-Polje, I think that's what it was called. Konjovic-Polje? Anyone was there? When we arrived, the Bosnian Serb army shelled us, and about 20 people were killed. None of my soldiers. I don't know how many people were killed, we didn't count them. But my men did what they could to try and look after them. Then we stayed. This was the start of the so-called safe area of Srebrenica. Nothing could be less safe than Srebrenica. I asked permission to leave British soldiers there, and this was denied me, and we were replaced by Canadians. Meanwhile, of course, I'd also been involved in central Bosnia. Some of you may have heard of the massacre of Armici on the 16th of April 1993. I was there as well. I have to tell you, it was probably one of the most traumatic events of my life. And I couldn't believe what we found. We buried in a mass grave in Vitez at least 100 bodies, mainly women and children. How the hell anyone could do that beats me. How can you kill a woman and a child, let alone a man, defenseless civilians? It was disgraceful. And of course I've given evidence in the War Crimes Tribunal, 5 trials, and people have gone down from 45 years to 15. I still go back to Bosnia. I'm going back in July. I still go back to Armici, and I still go back to Srebrenica. The people of Srebrenica suffered incredibly. And the purpose of remembering Srebrenica is to remind everyone of what happens when things get out of control. And they will again. And they will again. Srebrenica was clear genocide. So was Armici. We have to try and stop it. We won't succeed because human beings are evil. Not all of them, but some. But we've bloody well got to do our very best. And that's the purpose of having Remembrance Srebrenica. And I think I've said enough. Thank you.